You took everything from me.
I don't even know who you are.
So I was having a pretty average day. I finished school, had a short stream, and hopped in a bed on my phone to procrastinate for a few hours. But something on my Reddit timeline caught my attention. There was a post titled, "ItsJerian has been stealing my content and claiming it as his own." Now, I don't normally cover news or drama on my channel, but seeing as this does involve the tips and tricks community, which I'm a part of, I thought I'd break the situation down and explain things a little since it is a bit confusing. Before I get started, please don't send hate to anyone involved. You guys will see my final verdict later in the video, but nobody is really in the wrong here.
To peace.
Reddit user Pinocchio made a post yesterday talking about how Jerian has stolen his content. Specifically, he was talking about Jerian's latest video on WKey. He includes a few clips that showcase the similarities in their content and mentions that Jerian is making almost the exact same points that he mentioned in his own video about the tricks Noahreyli and Tyson are using. His ultimate accusation is that Jerian basically saw his video and decided to copy paste it for some free content. Obviously, this is a pretty big accusation. Is it true? Well, according to Calc, and yes, you heard that right, young Calc himself, Jerian probably never saw Pinocchio's video. This is because Calc has been talking to Jerian about these topics for weeks now, and it wasn't just a case of copy pasting. Now, Calc did tweet some images of text he had with Jerian, but it isn't definitive proof because the texts were sent after Pinocchio's video was released, so technically Calc could have seen the vid and told Jerian about it. I'm not saying that he did that, but I'm just saying that it is possible. With that being said, even if, and I want to stress that we have zero proof of this, but even if Calc or Jerian did decide to make the same video after watching Pinocchio's, are they in the wrong? Me personally, I don't think so. Let me explain. Pinocchio's video was well made, but while he makes good points and analyzes Noahreyli's tricks and tactics, the stuff he talks about are ultimately not his tricks. Anyone could have watched Noah and come up with a video that would be the exact same if not very similar. So realistically, it's not Pinocchio's own trick. So let's use an analogy to make things easier to understand. So let's say I want to be the funny guy at school, so I go on the internet and look up some really good jokes, like these are absolute bangers. They're not my jokes and I don't own them, but I did find them on the internet myself and nobody at my school has heard them yet. So the next day, I go to school head held high, all happy and ready to become the next class clown. I go into class and say my joke. Now a few people hear it and they laugh because it was a good joke. Then a few minutes later, the popular kid sitting across the room stands up and says the exact same joke that I just said, but louder. The whole class laughs and now they all think he's a comedic genius. Obviously, I'm pissed. I mean, this guy just stole my joke and said it louder. But here's the thing. First of all, it's not my joke. I took it from the internet and nobody at school has heard it, but I didn't make it up myself. Secondly, I have no proof that the popular kid actually heard me say it. He was across the room and I said it pretty quietly. It is entirely possible that the popular kid just looked up this joke himself the night before too and just wanted to say it. Are you guys seeing the similarities here? Pinocchio makes a good analysis of tricks that aren't his, and then Jerian makes the same analyses, so Pinocchio gets mad. Now I completely understand. When you hear the popular kid say your joke louder to gain attention, you're obviously pissed, especially in the moment. But if you step back, you can see that you can't say for sure the popular kid's a straight up scumbag who stole the joke. Bottom line is, I completely understand why Pinocchio went off and made the post. I can see why he's pissed. At the same time, we can't just agree with him and cancel Jerian or call Jerian a scumbag, because at the end of the day, they're both saying a joke taken from the internet, not an original thought. It's worth noting here that Jerian does give credit to Noahreyli and Tyson and the players using these tricks that he's taking from, so technically he doesn't really have to give Pinocchio credit if he's giving it to the original trick maker. So my final verdict, Jerian shouldn't be called guilty for this and definitely shouldn't get cancelled or get hate for it. At the same time, we should understand where Pinocchio is coming from and he shouldn't get hate for it either, like I said.
Peace in our time.
So at this point, a lot of people have probably clicked off, but I just wanted to include this section because I thought it was important. Fortnite tips and tricks are a touchy subject. Most, if not all creators are basically saying very similar things about the same topics. How to gain confidence in arena, how to W key, how to play endgame. There are only so many ways to talk about topics like these. I myself always try to include something unique, whether it's a special trick like my 1-second pre-fire rule, or a cool intro like the one on this video. But you guys do need to keep in mind that it's okay for people to be saying the same things, as long as the original creator of the trick is credited. But yeah, that's really it for my take on all this drama and, all this stuff. Now, normally, like I said at the beginning, I don't do like news, I don't do drama, I don't do any of this stuff. So this was a little bit different. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to my channel for more Fortnite competitive tips and tricks. And be sure to use code JEDI2X in the Fortnite item shop to support me. Thanks for watching as always, guys, and peace.